So instead, let's use a function called VLOOKUP, or what stands for vertical lookup. If you would like to follow along, I've included a link to this workbook down below in the description. To enter in a formula, we need to start by entering in an equal sign. This lets Excel know that this is a formula. Next, we need to type in the name of the function. This is called VLOOKUP, so let's type that in, and then let's open the parentheses. Right down below, we see a helpful hint that tells us what arguments we need to feed into this function for it to be able to work. And the first argument that it needs is the lookup value. Well, we want to know the price of a classic chocolate chip cookie, which, by the way, is also my favorite. So this is the lookup value. I'll select that, and that inserts the cell reference into the function. Next, let's enter in a comma, and that brings us to the next argument in the function. It wants to know the table array. This is the table that we are searching against. Now, this table over here, this has all the cookies and all of the prices. So that's the table. Let's select all of this. Let's highlight that. And that now inserts the table reference into the function. Then enter in a comma. Now it wants to know what's called the column index number. What the heck is that? Well, that's the column in this table that contains the value that we want to return. We want the price. Now, if we look at this, the cookie name is in the first column and the price is in the second column. So we want the second column back. Within our function, let's enter in a 2. Next, enter in a comma. And lastly, we need to specify whether we want an approximate match or an exact match. Now, in this table, I want to find a classic chocolate chip cookie exactly as it's written here, in which case that means that I want an exact match or false. Here, I could simply click on it right here and that inserts false. Then we could close the parentheses and hit enter, and look at that. The classic chocolate chip cookie is $2.50. Not bad for such a delicious cookie.